Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to High Top Sports. It's Champs Corner. We're going to have ourselves a go, and Stephen Harris joins the show. A little 5-star flip is in the works, boys. The Billy's cooking, and we're going to talk about it. One of Rob's sales in the Costers commits has just climbed the ranks like nobody's business. We told you it was going to happen. Nobody believed us, but here we are. We're going to talk about it. Salary cap? We had our first day of SEC Media Week. A lot of great stuff. Brian Kelly spoke, Lane Kiffin. If you haven't seen Lane Kiffin's interview, just his interview and then his one-on-one with Paul Feinbaum, don't leave now, but after the show, go watch it. It's must-watch TV. It's those two's chemistry is incredible. Not as good as Steve's and I's, but it's pretty dang good. Y'all smash the like button, subscribe. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, our SEC Media Day is coming up, and I think I might have a massive surprise for everyone that's joining us there in just a couple of weeks. Stephen Harris, Champs Corner, my man. It's a nice-looking cup.
Going on, guys? Yeah.
What you know about that?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the alma mater guys, man.
I love it.
Pretty dope cup.
I love that.
This is a preview. This is a preview of next year's cup. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. An early look at it, right?
Yeah, just a preview of next year's cup in a different sport. You know what I mean? If you can tell. Yeah.
I feel that. Well,
go Gators, baby.
Go Gators, absolutely. So where's the gear for the Gator geek? Look, Gator gear. I'm struggling. Find a little bit of cold. It's at hightopsport.com. Go to the shop. I didn't post it in this description. That's on me. But yeah, man, got a lot to talk about, man. I'm excited. The first thing I kind of want to dive into, because it was SEC Media Week, and last week it was Big 12s, and a big part of their conversation was clamoring for fixation of what the NIL is today, and that it needs to get some guidelines and some adjustments. And Brian Kelly comes out and was like, "Look, like I don't know why my brothers over at Big 12 are complaining. I mean, this thing's awesome. It's right where it needs to be. It's the best it's been in a couple of years." So it was kind of refreshing to hear a coach come out and have that approach to it. I thought about it. I go, does he really believe that, or is he just taking an opportunity to kind of stick out and recruit a little bit? Like, this coach likes the NIL. Let's go talk to old coach Brian Kelly. And look, I think it did him some favors in this portal season as well, and it's doing him some favors right now as well. They're having some major success when it comes to that recruiting trail with 3 of the number 1 recruits. So, yeah, he's loving it right now, to say the least. But I would say that there was some pushback. Lane Kiffin did speak about it. He kind of had his not frustrations, but we'll talk about it a little bit later on the show. But it was kind of interesting to hear Brian Kelly bring that up and talk about like he was excited where it was.
Yeah, for a lot of those guys, a lot of these teams are right on the verge of, you know what I mean, being able to make these type of splashes, especially in recruiting. So to have that money in hand, it lets a lot of them shore up their teams. I don't know how long it's gonna last like that. At least for this year, it's pretty cool. And it makes people excited just knowing that they were able to go out and get some guys that they with a little bit more ease. I would say
the guys they typically would not be able to get in. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Look, we talked, and again, when you get into SEC Media Days, you kind of get a little bit of an insight of how the coaches are feeling about their teams, who they bring, how the players are talking. We talked about it on this morning show on the Monday Mashup. We did our SEC rankings. I put LSU at number 2. Cody kind of pushed back, which I appreciate, and then I kind of took a little bit deeper dive into their team. And I go, look, man, they're kind of flashier on the edges. That secondary, it's got a lot of potential because a lot of transfers coming in. The defense of their linebacker room, I mean, it's going to be gross. It's going to be nasty with Weeks and Harold Perkins. The defensive line, there's a few question marks, okay? Now, they got Jack Pyburn starting. Now, love Jack, but we know Jack was fighting for a starting job at Florida. I still think he's going to be...
Why you trying to crack me up early in the show,
let me finish. They have Patrick Payton on the other side, the transfer from Florida State, right? He didn't really do much last year at Florida State. And then the interior line, they've got some sophomore guys. They've got a 4-star guy that played a little bit last year, and then a 3-star guy. So, and then when you go to the offensive line, all sophomores and freshmen. So the trenches there's a lot of unproven work there. Yeah. Look, obviously Jack Pyburn we know, but he's really stepping in to kind of be the guy. Like, he's not coming in that. I mean, it's his first year there, right? So you got to take those things into consideration. I know this kind of off topic here, but just watching media day, hearing these guys
Yeah,
talk,
no.
I wanted to kind of bring it up a little bit because it was interesting. And then I took a look at South Carolina's roster as well because Shane Beamer talked. Them boys are stacked, bro. Them boys got some juice on that team.
I mean, on paper, when you look at it, you're not wrong in your assessment. People can argue it, but I just looking at LSU, like you said, they got some pieces, man. They hit the portal, they got some pieces, but these pieces were fringe pieces on other teams. Now, did they have potential? Yes. Would I have liked the Pop Burn to have stayed? Yes, he could have definitely benefited us. In the starter role, I don't know how that's going to translate for him. I hope it goes well for him, but they still have to load the back end of that too. Your backups got to be seasoned as well. So they try to shore it up on the defense for sure, but that youth in the SEC, people try to take advantage of that pretty much. But they're building. Their secondary is cool. It's hard for me to give them some love because bad blood, but
Yeah, look, I think
it's cool. It's all right.
It was just interesting to see that team, and I think there could be a little bit of depth issue there. But and look, I think Pyburn is a phenomenal fit there. I think he's probably
for sure.
Look, when you think about Jack Pyburn, we know what I'm not here to talk smack about the young man.
Nah, he was grit, bro. He was grit. He was grit for real. He a dog. I give it to him. You know what I mean? He gonna go in there and bust some heads. Not our heads.
I think he's gonna be their best defensive lineman, and that could either speak a lot or speak a little. Like, you kind of take that with what you will, but I genuinely think he's gonna shine there. I think it's gonna be honestly. I think he's gonna do great things for his career because I think he's gonna be able to flourish in that role.
Tackles got to step it up.
Exactly.
Because if you don't get no pressure up the middle, all that defensive end stuff don't matter.
Yeah, you just run up the gut. Now, the linebacker play I think is going to be elite, but we know Harold Perkins struggled with the run game. He does really well in pass rush. So, there's still some question marks that I have that were really kind of opened up today. But Brian Kelly felt very confident, very excited about Nussmeier, which we've had our own conversations about Nussmeier. But look, enough about that. SC Media Day has me fired up. It was a great day, a lot of great information.
Sure.
We got some new 5 stars from Rivals. The commercial dropped for the new Netflix series that's coming out August 5th that followed college football teams last year from the SEC. Basically. Florida is in it, so I'm really excited to see that part of it, just see the behind the scenes from Nate Pierce's perspective, from Lagway, because they're going to interview him one-on-one. So we forget about that. I thought about that.
That's going to be fire. That's
right?
Going to be fire.
I thought about it when I saw the commercial today going, man, like, you always wonder how these players and these teams are going to do when there's a camera around them, right? Like, how do they function? How do they act? And I forget, like, last year they had this Netflix series following them. Like, how easy is it to kind of get caught up in the moment, right? Of what's happening. And now to think about, man, we get to witness this run again. Like, we get to relive the big run. Like, that's going to be really cool in my opinion.
And it's really cool to me. Just that lets you know that it's a mature group of guys. You know what I mean? You don't always have one or two clowns. You know what I mean? But it's a real mature set of guys because you don't even notice the camera. Like, you're just being yourself and genuine. I tell you, like, the videos that they show from our workouts, doing the Netflix stuff and all that, like the cameras and doing all the workout, you don't even notice that they there, bro. Like, and that was back in the day. So, these cameras had to be big. But when you locked in and doing your thing, they had to be real big. They would walk around there like this, bro. They thought they would carry bazookas. But no.
Like, Steve, you talking to this? Steve.
It's crazy. Now they probably got on little glasses and they don't even notice it. But when you're mature, and these guys, even the video they just put out, to get off subject, the workout video they just put out, all that little stuff just gets me excited, man. Them boys putting in a lot of work, and they deserve it. So I can't wait to see it. It should be fun for them. You know what I mean? And a good insight for the fans just to see what it's like to be living in the life that they live in. Just a glimpse, you know what I mean? You'll never get the full story, but as much access as we have, it's amazing, bro. It gives me goosebumps just to see it. I can put myself in their shoes in those moments and be like, dang, well, I know what those faces look like when you're trying to push and you're trying to, know what I mean, make something happen. So it's just exciting.
Stuff like this, like when I saw that commercial for the highlight reel, like, what's so exciting about that part of it is that's what's making the game great that we're going to, because that's what was always so great about the NFL, just the accessibility that we had, the hard knocks, the behind the scenes, because these guys are getting paid, so you're able to do a lot more. And with this, I think we're getting more. Again, with everything, with growth, you're going to have things you don't like, but I feel like there's so much more to this game that we're able to grasp a hold of and fall in love with again. Again, the game is one part, and being able to have this behind the scenes, I think it's going to be incredible to relive.
Yeah,
I love these series. Like, obviously, I watched the NASCAR one. I watched the Tour de France one. I know people watch the Formula One one. I watched the golf one. To get to go relive the season that you've already watched from their perspective, it's so fun, right? It's so electric and connects you to the sport to another level. To have it now for college football and to see our favorite team in a new light, to see these kids, like, think about, like, we're all already in it, right? Like you just said, though, like, you grew up in it. Like, we didn't know Stephen Harris like we know now, but we're getting to know these kids and these guys at such a young age and such a finite level. Like, the cheering it's much more passionate because I feel like I know them more now than just a number, and it just continues to grow, which is really cool.
And I think you said something very important. That trade-off that, the people love the old and don't like to make changes and stuff. So that trade-off where we feel like we losing something with college football because they're getting paid, the trade-off is very nice, like you're saying, with the interactions you get with the players. You get to talk to them more. They're getting paid and they're on the scene more, and you just getting a real live look at them a lot more. And I think, especially for a program like ours, it's great. And not for nothing, that's not happening at a lot of other programs, not at the level that is happening at the University of Florida. You know what I mean? We're a big time program. And yes, other teams are doing things with media and stuff. It's not on the level as everything Florida put out. Every time I see something from them, shout out to the media team, everybody who run that whole system. You guys deserve the world, man. You guys are fantastic. It's great. I get goosebumps. I feel like I'm in the moments every time something, whether it's Gator made stuff when they're going overseas, or just I saw something with the defensive lineman Stevens was at like a home place. He was selling houses or whatever, learning how to do that. It's just those little different details and stuff like that are so great, man. And I'm just happy that we get a chance to do it. That is happening now, like you said, and it's going to create super fans for these guys going forward, because you had that attachment. If you think about like the 96 championship team, or even just us in 06, the Netflix came out, but to be detailed with every player, to imagine being around Percy Harvin, or just seeing those little different nuances of them during that time frame, knowing how great he was, man, it'd be huge.
Look,
though. Chris Rainey,
there
those
is a
guys.
cool part though. I do like the mythical part.
The mystique,
yeah. There's still a factor.
Sure.
Like now, like looking back, right? It's one of those things that's still cool, but we'll never have that again. I think it's with the Jordan LeBron debate, I think that's a big factor of the mystique to it that makes it great.
Yeah, you just cherish those times. You just cherish those moments for what they were. You know what I mean? And those guys who had the mystique factor still have it. They hold it. That's what they're right. They earned it. You know what I mean? And so
I think Lagway has it to an extent.
Yeah.
I think he's done, even within this new era, I think he's done a
Who
good
was that?
job.
I didn't hear you.
Lagway?
Yeah. Oh,
I think
Mystique. Yeah, for sure. He has a certain level of mystique to him. Yeah.
Arch Manning too. Like, some of these guys have kind of tapped into it in a weird, in an era where it's very hard to. They've tapped into it. So kudos to them. Boys and girls, smash that like
I'll give you
button.
one more. Sorry, one more. Like, you talk about the mystique side, but the business side working for him. Shout out to DeBron Hampton, one of Lagway teammates from high school, came to the Gators, wide receiver. This young man, I see him all over Instagram. If y'all go follow him on his Instagram, the man is doing all kind of deals. He had some little tuxedo suit thing on with the football, and he's just making so many connections, using the brand, and using himself and his likeness to go out and broker these deals. And it's just exciting for me to see. I think I've seen him on like 15, 20 different things since he's been with the Gators. You know what I mean? And he's not considered one of like the top stars of our team, but he's using the leverage of the program in the right way and building his brand and a legacy for him and his family. And I love to see it. The kid is fascinating to me. I love his demeanor. So I just wanted to show him some love, because I just saw something the other day that made me want to make sure I shout him out.
Love it. Love it. 300 strong, boys. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's keep the show rolling. But some 5-star news, okay? James Johnson wants a big-time Florida target, gets his 5th star today, top player in the country. Sheldon, why are we talking about a Georgia Bulldog? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad.
You said once.
Once what?
You said once of a Florida target.
Okay, yeah, currently a Florida target. Yes, sir. My apology. Well, because
No, I
he's a
just
Georgia.
thought I thought you said he signed the papers or something. Like he
No,
signed
sir.
his
Thank you for the correction. Okay. Apologies.
My bad.
Yeah, apologies. So he's freaking out, bro. Why you blowing me up? Why you blowing me up?
I'm not. I just
No.
words mean things, and I just had to make sure.
No,
I know.
I got Callie Burby over here blowing me up. I know how to navigate the show, Callie Burby. Okay, don't worry. I know the chat's blowing up. I see the chat blowing up.
Yeah,
we're
I
having
don't
a
even
conversation here.
The fact that the G is on the screen make me a little uneasy, Sheldon, right now.
Listen, I don't make the graphics. But look, he hits his 5th star today, and the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of noise that Florida, which we've said this isn't really a big secret, that Florida has not shied away. And look, James Johnson was heavily favored for Florida for quite some time, visited Florida a lot. Like, it felt like Florida had a fantastic relationship, and Georgia just came in from the clouds and scooped him up when it was time to commit, which is very frustrating for us Florida fans. But it looks like Florida is circling back around and really hammering home on this one here, which excites me tremendously. And again, finally gets his 5th star. We've been talking about this too. Can Florida land a 5-star guy? And this is kind of where I said it would come from. I said I believe that either like a Kendall Gervil could get one, but I also think there's a guy that isn't on the Florida roster yet that will be a 5-star, that there is someone to keep an eye on. Valetsone is another one that's committing this week. Florida still seems to lead the way, but it feels like nobody knows truly where things are at. I don't know if the buzz for James Johnson can deter Sone away, because why not get both of them? I agree with you, but that's going to be expensive. Sheldon, who cares? I'm on the same team. I'm just letting you know. These are things I would keep an eye on over the next couple of days here with Sone and what he chooses to do that could be a good omen for James Johnson. And just because if he does commit to Florida doesn't mean it's a bad omen for James Johnson. But this will be one to watch for sure. Again, a lot of buzz around it. It's recruiting. You never know what's going to happen. I'm sure Kirby's seeing all the buzz and hearing all the rumblings as well too, and going to do his best to maintain top defensive linemen like he likes to do. This is one where Florida's got to get over the hump. We have lost too many recruiting battles this past however long now to Georgia, where we go, and Florida has done a phenomenal job of scouting talent. That's no question. It's almost as if Kirby's like, wait till we find out Billy's list, and then that's who we're gonna go get. Like, that's kind of what it's felt like the last couple of years. You know what I mean? Like, Billy goes and gets this ball, and Kirby's like, give me that dang thing. Billy's like, we're gonna go get this ball. Like, no, go get your stuff, Billy. Go get your guy James Johnson. Let's team up with Kendall Gervil, with KJ Ford and Jarrell McCoy, and just give me the juiciest defensive line class we have had in about a decade, Mr. Harris.
Listen. The Gerville kid, love him. You know what I mean? And defense win championships. And I think these group of guys have a chance, Lord willing, and they come together to put together one of the best classes at a defensive line, like you said. But you just never know how it goes. The James Johnson kid is never over. Till you sign that paper, it's not over. So I know we wanted him. I have no doubt in our mind that he's a guy that would still be on our list until he signs. You know what I mean? And as far as getting the other guy, and if it may deter, it shouldn't deter a defensive lineman to me. The way we play, the way you saw that, the way Florida utilized their defensive line, guys were rotating in and out, in and out, in and out. And if you can be on the field, you can stay on the field. If you had enough stamina, you were going to go get out there and get snaps. So it seems more line friendly to me now, where you're not getting gassed, and you got guys that are going to come out there and smash just as, no pun intended, just as hard as you. That would be intriguing to me. To know that, man, we go here, bro. We all can go in here and do our thing. You know what I mean?
Effective.
And be effective. We got playoffs and all that. You may have to play longer games, so you want to kind of be preserved a little bit, but you want to go play with other dogs. So I think, and then if you want to pair with good, I think getting Ford was great because defensive ends and D tackles got to play together. You know what I mean? You want to get that pressure on the quarterback. You want to know that, hey, I got this defensive end that can fly around that corner, so that quarterback's going to be trying to step up a lot. You know what I mean? Or he's going to be trying to do this, and it's going to help generate sacks. Same thing with the defensive end. You want a guy that is going to be able to get the quarterback to run out the pocket. You know what I mean? Make your job easier just chasing them down because he's flushing them to you. So it'll be great if we can get some of these guys, even the what's the name kid? Vandy, Cleveland.
Yeah,
you just never know if you know what I mean. If you can get Johnson, or if you don't get Johnson, you can get Vandy and the other guy, the one you were just talking about, and have Gervil and have Ford, and you know what I mean. Now we cooking with grease. You feel me? But at the end of the day, these guys got to make decisions. I know Coach Chapman is definitely a hell of a developer. We can see what he's done with the defensive line, the versatility, bro. We had times where we had Cam Jackson and Banks playing defensive end, or lining up, standing up, and rushing outside. That's a fun style type of defense. So if I'm looking at the way they play, how many different ways can I be utilized, and it's going to be fun. Are you just lining me up and making me take on double teams all day? Am I going to get some two-way goals? Are the guys playing together, cohesive? Florida defensive front looks fun to play with. The guys look like they're playing together. Whenever you playing together like that, and you learn enough, the coach will give you freedom to, hey, on third downs, you got to decide what type of game you want to run on the inside. You know what I mean? And you get to choose with your teammate what you want to do on pass rushing downs. That type of style, and with playing with top dogs. At our 016, we were deep. We had six guys off of that front that left and played in the NFL from the 016, and then still had Harvey and those guys behind us. So
hot take here, okay? And it sucks. I kind of sometimes when I put these takes out there, because obviously I understand they're a little biased, but this is a year where you can flip the tide, turn the tide, if you will, for Georgia, where there's blood in the water. We've been talking about it. There's been articles written from other ESPN insiders of their concerns, Georgia's weakness. And look, there's always kind of that murmurings that Georgia is kind of a team. This is their down year. Today on SC Media Day, Roger's little brother said, I think Georgia's still the team to go through the SEC. So it's not like everybody is counting them out. But there's definitely some time. They're wavering a little bit. And also, it's been vocally known that they're not the strongest powerhouse in the NIL. They're able to get guys at a discount because of their production, because of the quality they put through, because of what they've done on the football field, right?
For sure.
If there is a little bit of blood in the water, a little bit of chink in the armor, you got to bust that thing wide open. And so, okay, NIL, they're not really competitive. Florida can compete with them from an NIL perspective. So what's the next thing? Go win some dang football games and show that we're going to go be successful in the NFL. Well, Cam Jackson was a key component to that. And Caleb Banks being a highly touted prospect going into next year alongside Sapp and Gums are speaking volumes right now. And you've got to double down on that and take full advantage of it. And again, tap into it. That game in Jacksonville is going to be absolutely monumental. It's going to be it could be, again, a turning point where we could flip things back to what they were for, what they were for the last few years, and flip things back into Florida's favor. It's a small thing like this that makes a big wave. If you could go back and look at when Florida kind of lost their momentum, it was something similar to this. It was a game, it was a recruit, and it just kind of it felt small in the moment, but it was that first pebble to fall, and then it turned into the snowball effect.
This is definitely a key moment. We have a chance to do what you said, put a kink in that armor. And it starts up front. You know what I mean? We've been building the offensive line. We got guys putting bricks out there, and the defensive line has been building, but we have the stability now with Chapman coming into his agreement with Florida to be here for a while. Just the energy he's putting into the program as a young guy. I know I have a coach that's going to be there for a while. And then just the NFL wanted them. The NFL actually wanted, he had to make the decision to say, no, I believe in what we're building here at Florida. He went and did his interview thing, but you're not interviewing a guy that doesn't know X's and O's, and beyond that can develop. And so he's able to do that. and he's going to be here for at least 3 years, in my opinion. And so if I'm a young guy seeing that, it's why not Florida? And if we got a chance to start turning that tide and start pulling out all these big time defensive linemen and building those trenches, like the Georgias and Alabama did when they were on their run, this is definitely a time to do it. Johnson is a big time name, a big time player at that position. Cleveland, a big time name player at that position. If we can mess around and get either one of those and continue with the process of the guys that we're courting right now, I'll be thoroughly satisfied. But even if not, I mean, if we do, it'll be great. I'm not even gonna say if not, but we got a great thing going up front and with the guys that we have already. So having these extensions with these guys to help develop for the next 2 or 3 years, man, Florida can really be. We'll really be hitting on all cylinders. You match that with all the offensive talent that we have.
One to keep an eye on for sure.
It'll be amazing, man, for sure.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Of course, if it busts, we'll be here rocking and rolling, having some fun. Rivals updated a few guys. With the update, Florida jumped Miami and Florida State for their overall because, again, they look at it from the class value versus the total like 247 does. But a big one here. Tyler Chukum, I believe, the 6'6", 290 pounds. Okay?
Yeah.
That's kind of tiny when you think about it from an offensive tackle perspective. Is a 4-star recruit, top 88 player in the country to On3. This young man made a monumental jump. Now I'm nervous that everyone else is going to be looking at him because Florida had him first. I mean, this is a big-time commit for the Florida Gators. KJ Ford lost some juice, which is upsetting, but love seeing that one of our offensive tackles. I think this might be one of the highest recruits on the offensive line side of things that Florida has had commit to them in quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, the star for him is great. I don't think it's nothing Florida wasn't expecting. Obviously, that's why we recruited him, knowing that he's going to get better. But that just goes to show you that, we be right on track with the guys that we take. You know what I mean? We take them, then not too long, these guys develop fast. You know what I mean? Florida is good at scouting the positions, dog. They're really good at it. And Ford, I don't know how Ford goes down, but they've been doing that to us for a while too. So it's just weird how they do that. But Florida, we're not lacking in the scouting department, evaluating talent. We're definitely not lacking at doing that. And it's great that this young man got those stars. And a lot of our other talent that we've already got commitments from are going to go up in rankings too. These guys are only juniors, haven't played their whole season yet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm taking a look at the class now to see how they have this thing shaped up. So Kendall Gervil, they've got. Go ahead.
No, I was asking, where did they move us?
So it puts us 11th overall nationally ranked, but Jarrell McCoy, he's on according to On3 or Rivals, I guess you should say. They've got him at 289. So I think he's still up there, but 109 from the industry because ESPN has Jarrell McCoy very high. 116 for Kendall Gervil, so still right at that top 100 player. CJ Bronny, 247 has him as 72 player.
Bro.
The cornerback, they've got him at 137. Kevin Ford is 98 on 247 nationally and 234 on On3 now. So big drop for him. Marquez Daniel, 208, still top 4-star guy.
What did he drop from for 234?
I don't remember what he was at. That part,
dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know where he was prior to that.
They need to start leaving a comment section for reasons why. Put an asterisk, drop because of this.
I agree. Yeah, those are solid points. You used to be able to see like kind of I don't know where it is on On3. I know Rivals you could kind of see the fluctuation of how many, like a stock market, you see how many points it dropped. But
and that would be cool to see. So you can look at them like, okay, that's just how it's going. I mean, his stock should rise again, but just dropping somebody like that and with no explanation is crazy. Like, what did he do between his last ranking to now that changed your mind, or who jumped out that much? Like, was it a special camp people went to that nobody knew about? Like,
well, they have had some camps, they've had some things, and they got their own measurables, which takes a factor. what they've said before when they've come on our show, right? They've gone. So if those kids go and interview with coaches, they'll ask the coach like, "Hey, what do you feel about this kid? What are his intangibles that you like and didn't like?" So those things are factors. It's crazy, but we're watching film. All right, we're just trying to see what they do on the football field, and we like it. But I'm excited for Tyler. I love this on the offensive side. We've seen the film for KJ Ford. We know what he can do. We know the excitement that was behind him. I think the offensive line is one that usually takes a little bit more time to kind of grow, and I was glad to see Florida and the guys spotted out before anybody else did. And again, Tyler is another one of those. Again, a top 100 recruit. I wish I could see again, I don't remember what he was at, but he was a 3-star guy because I think Desmond Green was our highest guy at one point. So,
yeah, this Tyler has great feet, hand placement. Yeah, I wasn't surprised that he went up. I didn't know it was going to happen that fast.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And again, they'll have one more adjustment, so we'll keep an eye on it.
Especially because when we got him, people made a big sting. Oh, it's 3-star.
Always. You know the drill. Let's talk about this event that's coming up, and we are just days away from our independent Gator Media Day on July 27th, which is happening on Sunday from 2 to 5. We're super excited about this thing, man. It's gonna be sick. Also, too, what's making this more exciting? I'm gonna do my best on Saturday. I don't know how this is gonna plan out, but on Saturday, here in St. Augustine, Florida, at Silverleaf, Florida Victorious is having a meet and greet with some of their players. I mean, they got some dudes coming. Caleb Banks is coming. Tilt Stubbs is coming. Eugene Wilson's coming. Tramel Jones. Who else? Jaden Ball is going to be there. What I'm going to do is try to get some helmets signed. And what I'm going to do is if I am able to get helmets signed, anybody who buys a ticket to this event will automatically be placed into a drawing, and we'll be doing the drawing at the event. So now, not only will you get $25 to go into the event, meet the players, meet us, now you have an opportunity to win some signed gear. So that's going to be my big goal with that. So you got to get your tickets, man. This is going to be one of the coolest events. It's going to be, again, a tailgate before the big tailgate begins. And look, when you're watching SC Media Day, you see all these people, you kind of get a little FOMO, like, why aren't we there? I usually get it, but I'm not getting it this year because I know we're doing our own event. Like, that's how cool that
in the building.
Seeing it like at SEC Media Day, it's like, look, really cool, great stuff, awesome. But like again, shout out to Silk and the guys for saying, hey, we have a brand big enough to where we can make our own media day. Let's make it big. Let's make it something special that is something we can continue for years to come and really make this thing rock and roll. So again, shout out to Sachs Law for being our big sponsor for that event. Huge shout out to those guys for supporting us. But come hang out with us, man. It's going to be an absolute blast. And again, if you're here in the St. Augustine area, I'm going to be there Saturday from 1 to 3 in Silverleaf. Go check their Twitter page. I don't have the address of exactly where it's at. It's presented by DreamWorks. I'm texting Nick Del Toro now to get maybe some more information about it. We'll talk more about it on Wednesday. But yeah, I'm super pumped about that.
No, man. Dope. Get your tickets, man. Get your tickets.
Yes, sir.
Independent Media Day. It's definitely dope, man, to be able to get a chance to do this. Only because of the fans. The Gator Nation fan base is the greatest fan base on the face of the planet. Maybe in other galaxies and solar systems.
Maybe touch and go out there. Yeah.
Definitely appreciate all the love, all the support, man. I'll be in the building. So if you got anything you want signed, make sure you bring it. I got you. I'll be bringing some of my old school knuckleheads with me. So it's definitely going to be a fun event.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be a blast. I'm excited to see you again. We do some fun things when we're in Gainesville. You know what I mean? So,
hey, lay around for the book, guys. It definitely be a hot top book coming soon.
Oh, man,
I wish I could share these stories, man. We will one day, man. We got it. Yeah, one day.
Yeah, I got to talk to our lawyer, make sure that the legal time is passed.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Oh my God.
Let's talk. We're gonna bust one open one of these days. We got to tell the story.
Yeah. You guys
Cody's was the best.
Just stay following the game. One day you guys are gonna hear this story, man.
Yeah, I don't think Cody still remember. Cody even remembers what happened.
The fact that
Cody even like, wait a minute.
I don't even know how he missed it. Yeah. Cody. Yeah, that was.
Oh God, I saw Cody in the backseat. Oh brother,
there was a shock on his face if it would have went another way. Like what? Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so this is fun today. Obviously, we had SC Media Days, and Lane Kiffin talked about the salary cap. And look, Ole Miss hasn't really been aggressive, kind of comparable to the year prior in the portal and obviously in recruiting. They're only bringing back 47% of their team, right, of production. very low for them. I have Ole Miss very low this year. I think they're going to take a step back. That team was super talented last year and still lost 3 games. And they are bringing back much less talent, weren't that aggressive in the portal and those things. So these are all factors.
They was about to go to the playoffs, right?
They were basically a spot out. Yeah,
but they got who knocked them out?
I want to say this team, Central Florida, right around there. The orange and blue colors. It's just on tip of my tongue. We'll come back to it.
They singing "I won't back down." Something like what? Right? That team.
Those guys. Yeah, that one. I think that's we're right there. We're right there.
Yeah, they beat them. I remember that.
Please give him a stroke. What the hell's going on? But yeah, he talked about the salary cap and like he talked about it how I talk about it. Like I'm confused because when it was originally introduced, I was like, this is gonna be sick. There's gonna be $20 million and that's all you're gonna get to spend, right? Well, no, that hasn't been the case at all, obviously, because we've seen the money being thrown around because of the loophole with the NIL perspective where it's like, hey, there's the salary cap and then they signed contracts, but those contracts, every single deal that is facilitated through the NIL has to be reported, right? So we can see that it's an actual NIL negotiation, not just hand to money, right? That's the help with this. Like, so there's a $20 million cap. Hey, we're going to pay you $2 million from this $20 million. What's happening, we assume, is that the NIL collective's going to come in, right? Some Ruiz, like, but I'm going to give you an extra 5 through this sponsorship. Well, the whole point of this guideline is to
say 20. That's it.
Yeah, but to facilitate that and say, well, what is this NIL deal? What is this agreement? Like, they can't just be handing you $5 million. There has to be, an actual brand deal here. So he said, like, look, he's like, we're following that rule. There's teams that aren't following it. And you can see who they are. I go, he's talking about Alabama and LSU. I think those were two teams that have been kind of landing everybody. And this is the clarity that I would like to see, right? Because if you're landing 2 1-stars, that would be like landing the 3 highest free agents in football, where it's like, how do you have the cap to do this? I don't know if that's going to burn him. We've seen teams kind of wait and see to see how it's going to affect them. That it was a very interesting take that he kind of finally raised his hand of like, everyone's complaining about the rules. There are rules. They're there. Why aren't we following them? And I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. That's how I thought they should be too. So that was nice to hear Lane bring it up. Will something be done by it? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you got guys that aren't even committed to, or aren't even at school yet, posting pictures of their new G-Wagons. It's like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
I don't think you can stop it, bro. I don't think you can stop it. I think the way it's set up, they can use their name, image, and likeness. It doesn't. No one can say what that deal has to be. If I'm choosing to pay you for something, I'm just choosing to pay you for something. I can say whatever.
Well, that's the thing. It's not supposed to be anymore. It's supposed to be an actual, and like the law states, it's like, hey, there is an NIL, like a sponsorship agreement. Here's what it is. Here's what you're going to have to do. So now they're going to track that. Like, hey, did you read 3 posts a day about this thing? Like, did you do what was expected of you? Now, I'm sure there's going to be loopholes. Like, we want him to read one thing a year, and you're going to pay him $5 million.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If I give you the G-Wagon and you just driving the G-Wagon, it's the advertisement. If someone sees you, they see you in the G-Wagon. Like, it's not, you don't have to make high requirements.
That part, I agree.
It boils down to the connections and the connections that you have in the program and the people who've graduated from these different programs who are able to help facilitate some of these things. That's what makes Florida so great, because the Gator Nation is everywhere. So it's no real, you're going to have some stipulations, but if there's no demand on how strict you make those stipulations, it's the same thing. Yeah, there's a cap, and you can use that, but for these higher end players, if Mercedes-Benz, my Gator alumni president friend, wants to do some advertising for the company, and you come shoot this commercial, and I give you $20,000-$30,000 for the commercial, that's how much I thought you were worth to do the commercial. Like, everybody's not commercial ready, or everybody don't have the face to be on certain things. So like, who's to say?
True.
Like, do you want a bunch of paperwork? Because I can give you a bunch of paperwork. And who's reading it? Now you got to pay people to read all these different things that are coming in every day. If I sign today, somebody wanted to give me a box of tissues. Like, that's paperwork. They got to be done. And phone calls, they got to be answered and submitted in for compliance things. It's like, I don't see how
Look, it was nice hearing him say it, but I think there's still so many loopholes. We'll have to see how it all shakes up. But
it's great for the players.
Yeah, look, they're eating. Look, on Wednesday, we're gonna be live streaming all day. We're gonna live stream from 9 to 4 for SEC Media Day. Bama, Oklahoma, Bama, Florida, and one more school will all be going. We're gonna bring on a Bama content creator, Oklahoma content creator. Kind of just do our own little SEC Media Day and have some fun with it, and really, try to have a show. So it's gonna be all day long. We're rocking and rolling. Cody will come on, Tyler will come on, and we're gonna be kind of rotating through. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Keep us in and out while you're at work, hanging out if you guys want to. But I just want to make you aware that obviously, we go live at 8:35 on Wednesday, but want to try something new. Again, we're trying to push the envelope with any which way we can, and that's going to be a step in that direction.
What time is the media day starting?
9
a.m. So you'll be live 9 a.m.
9 on the dot.
Oh, yeah. So you doing 15 hours?
Only for you, Steve.
Yeah. So you be live. You and Cody, we live the whole time. From 9 a.m.
Come on, Steve.
Until media day is over, and then back at 8:35.
Come on, Steve.
My God. We're going on the marathon. That's dope, man. Shout out to all the truck drivers. If you're on the road, put on high top, man. You can be able to ride, baby.
Yeah, true that. I got a hot take. We always chit chat about quarterbacks and who reminds you of who. I saw Diago Pavio show up today. Little fade cut. He had the cubic. What is it? What's the fake diamond?
They graduated from Cuba zirconia to moissanite.
Zirconians, yeah. Cuba zirconians.
Man on moissanite, man.
Moissanite, is that the new thing?
Yeah, new moissanite. Yeah,
moissanite.
They got to pass the test.
Cubic zirconian sounds cool though. I remember that was a thing.
Yeah.
I have my ears pierced. I have my own little version of it. But he had both of them pierced. He had his chains on. He had his glasses on backwards. I was like, this man got some swagger through the roof. Diago Pavio showing up. The Vandy quarterback. Everybody wants to talk to the Vandy quarterback. Like, in your life, have you seen that? I go, who does this cat remind me of? Like, what does he got? This swagger kind of look. He's not going to be an NFL pro quarterback. Don't pay me. Just the moxie about him. What's he got? Like, you got to put Vandy on your calendar. You got to circle it because of what he brings to the table. You know who he reminds me of, Stephen Harris? Money Manziel, baby. Johnny Football.
Johnny Football.
He's the new era. He's a new version of it. Look, I think Johnny is a class of his own. I get that. But I feel like we're always trying to find like who embodies that personality. Johnny was a little more crazier, right? But this is the new age of NIL. You're a little bit more knowledgeable of the situation. I don't think we'll ever get another Johnny. You just won't happen because of social media now. Again, he was part of that Mystique era, right? Like 100%. You couldn't interview him his freshman year. There was these stories that were made up. He talked about it in his documentary. Like, people make stuff up, and I just ran with it. Like, you're not doing that anymore. So Diego kind of is like the real life Johnny, right? Like the kind of just the swagger-esque moxie who's good at football, who's going to ruin your day. And again, at the time, A&M wasn't. They were A&M, right? But they weren't kind of your powerhouse.
He put A&M on the map for sure.
Yeah. So and Diego goes.
I can see it. I can see it. When you first mentioned it to me, I was like, but I can see it. He said he ain't going to the league. You never know, man. He messed around and have some super breakout year, and the Angels in the outfield, gods are on the side. You never know. But here in the pitch, what he doing, the Jameis Winston eating the W's. Eating the W right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he got, Shedeur was able to do a little bit of it in Colorado, a little bit of the flashiness. I think he could take it up a little bit more in the SEC, a lot more eyes on him. You playing bigger teams. I hope he's able to
White boy
I
swagger.
hope he's able to back
White
it
boy
up.
swagger is a little bit different. Okay, we got.
No,
We
I just
gotta
hope
work
he's able
for
to
it.
back it up. But he does. He does take off with the ball. I like when he pull it down. He's an athlete for sure.
He just wins with his like it just like he's just forcing
energy,
yeah, like it's just like
will,
they're just winning. That's why I say,
willpower.
look, could he ball out and be great? Like I think he's great. We haven't seen that quarterback translate NFL-esque there yet. So that's why 6 foot. He's a little tiny in my opinion. I just think that's what's going to struggle with his transition to the NFL. I could be wrong. Maybe he goes out there and balls out. He's got a heart of an animal. Gardner Minshew had it too. Like there's just some things you're just not going to get by. You know what I mean? Like you're just a great college quarterback, and that is what it is. But
no, you called it out. There's not too many at that size that's going to go and make it like that. It's just not going to happen.
Bryce Young somehow still has a job. I don't. And Kyler Murray, I don't get it. They just somebody put a lot of money in investment.
Kyler Murray he's so quick.
He's not good, he's not good.
No, I say he's quick. I thought he would have been killed if he wasn't as quick.
LeBron James is better than him at quarterback.
I'm not a Kyler Murray fan like that. I like him as a person or whatever, but not as far as like football. I'm not saying, oh, give me Kyler Murray as my quarterback. No, that was good for college. So even with this guy, it's good for college if you can run around a little bit. But man, them people will kill you. And for Kyler Murray, if he lose one step,
he gone.
If he lose a couple ticks off his 40, it's gonna happen fast for him anyway. I don't see his future at quarterback being that much more longer than
that's a good point. Yeah, he's
2 more years.
Yeah, if he loses a step, it's gonna be a long day for him. He just doesn't. I don't know. It aggravates
me. You get older, your motivation is different. You're not working out the same. You're making all that money. Yeah, you're working out, but I know he's not working out like he's trying to kill himself every day where you're throwing up like you might have did to get there. You're gonna lose a step. It's gonna be fast, and 2 years max for his future to me. I'm just being honest.
There it is. Hot take from Harris. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gents, great show as always on Monday for Champs Corner. We'll probably see you tomorrow night, talk about a little bit SEC Media Day wrap up, and then, of course, we're going to see you all day Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be the best day of the week for real this time. We're pumped. I'm excited to see how it's going to go. Going to really kind of take a stab at a full day show and give it all we got here. Last time we did this was recruiting day, and it was very successful. We had 8 hours long, 8 hour stream. And we hammered home with it. So we've done it before, and we don't shy away from it. We're gonna double down, 10 toes down, and rock and roll with it.
Yeah, no, you guys always be rocking, man. I might be right there watching. Hey, your comment section funny, man. It's all about Murray runs like a toddler.
I love it.
Shout out to the guys. Smash the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. High Top Boys, stay hot, baby.
High Top Boys, stay hot. 350 strong on a Monday, Steve. Football's back. Smash it. Love it.
Can't wait.
Y'all be good, be safe. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll see you every damn day this week, boys. And hopefully we'll talk a little bit more. Maybe we get a little pancakes rocking and rolling. Till next time, baby. Peace and love.